Hi, I'm Freak Boy, and welcome to Freak Boy Runs. Today I've got another threshold session. This time, after I finish warming up here, I'm going to do 4 kilometers at marathon pace, meaning marathon effort in the heat. And then after that, it's 10 by 1 kilometer at threshold, high zone 3, low zone 4, with 2-minute breaks in between, or maybe 90 seconds. Now I don't remember. It's all programmed into my watch. Yeah, so need to get used to this heat still. We've done a couple of tempo sessions now and 1 threshold. I don't know if there's any real getting used to it, but I need to get more used to it. So anyways, don't want to wear myself out here before I even start. So I'll pick it back up somewhere in the middle and let you know how it's going. Cheers. Ooh, it's tough. I'm halfway through now. 5 intervals done. 5 to go. I'm doing pretty good with respect to keeping my heart rate high zone 3, low zone 4. It's been where it's been at, except the first couple reps it only kind of made it to mid. I was working my way up there, but yeah, it's where I want it to be. Pace probably consistently about a minute slower per mile than what I would normally do. That really is probably about right, considering the temperature. But yeah, I don't want to spend my rest period holding a camera, so I'll check in with you guys when I'm done. Adios. Almost done. Okay. Excuse me. That's it. It was hard. Not gonna lie. On the 7th repeat, I was patting myself on the back, telling myself, good job. You haven't felt like quitting at all. On the 8th repeat, I felt like quitting, but I didn't. I had a strong finish. I don't think that was my fastest repeat, but it was probably in the top 3 or 4 out of the 10. So it's good to finish strong. I always like to do that. It's good for the confidence. I still ended up slowing down a little bit there on laps 8 and 9. Picked it back up there for lap 10, like I said. Not lap 10, but repeat 10. Okay, so I think that's gonna do it for the threshold for this week. I got my 14-mile long run on Sunday. And that's when I will see you next. Cheers. The heat is back. It's Sunday morning. Just started my 14-mile long run. And yeah, it's gonna be something like 98 or 99 degrees Fahrenheit today. Pretty humid. Yeah, about 98 or 99 in Celsius is 37, 38. So yeah, it's a warm one. I'm starting early. It's not too bad yet. Would have liked to have started 30 minutes ago or so, but moved a little slower than I needed to this morning. Yeah, overall I'm feeling still pretty good. I had a visit with one of my sports massage therapists, Darcy, yesterday, and she worked on me for about an hour. Felt pretty good afterwards. So yeah, things are definitely looking a lot better than they were 6 weeks ago, when physically I was not doing well and mentally I was doing worse. I'll attempt to do today as a progression. I'm starting out really slow right now, just giving myself a lot of leeway to speed up, and we'll see how it goes. As long as I keep that heart rate low, I'll be happy. But if I can keep it low and increase my pace just a little bit each mile, then I'll be ecstatic. All right, I'll check back in sometime during the run with an update of how it's going. I've made it to mile 10 now, meaning I'm on mile 10, and I still feel pretty good. I decided to add an extra mile to the session today, and I just ran that mile. I threw in a hill that I haven't been doing recently, and that made my heart rate go up to zone 3 running up that hill. It recovered. Right now it just went back into zone 3 again, so I'm going to see if I can try to control it. Thank you. Going to see if I can try and control it here, get it down back into zone 2. But carrying this camera is not helping matters. So let's put you guys away and we'll see how it goes. On the home stretch now, less than 2/10 of a mile to go. I contradicted myself. I went well out of zone 2. My justification for that is that, but for starters, when I threw that hill in on mile 9, that set my heart rate up, made it hard to recover from. But at that point I was still feeling pretty good. So I decided to go based on rate of perceived exertion. And up until mile 14 and 15, that exertion was in range. The last 2 miles have been tough though, I admit that. I'm just about finished. And I will have managed to get a progression. I think without bobbling anything either. Okay, let's see what this last mile is at. 9:43. This kid is really singing today. I love that. Just gonna jog a little bit here before I flip into walk mode. Just let the heart rate come down a little bit. Yeah, heart rate was way too high there, especially that last mile. I don't think that's too much of a risk. Coming here in a couple of weeks, I'll be doing hot spots during these long runs. So my effort level is going to be going up significantly. Okay, well maybe I better just take a break here and wrap up when I'm walking and have my breath. That heat is a killer. It really felt like it warmed up quickly over the last 5 miles. That might have been also partially my body temperature going up from having already run 10 miles. My heart rate starting to climb. So yeah, you know, I feel a little bit naughty for running those last 2 miles in zone 4. I think I even hit zone 5. It didn't really feel like it.
Yeah.
I think my RPE, the rate of perceived exertion, was lower than what that heart rate actually felt like. When I'm running a marathon, or even like a 5K or 10K, and towards the end my heart rate's up in the mid 170s, I feel like I'm gonna die. And that's not the way I felt today. I felt tired, felt ready to be done, but I didn't feel ready to collapse. So yeah, it's a little bit weird that my RPE was not quite matching my heart rate. So I'm going to stand by my justification of using RPE, you know, really up through mile 13. And then, honestly, I was above what my RPE should have been for mile 14 and 15, but again, not crazy. And considering that I'm going to be starting to do hot spots here in a couple of weeks, really this is kind of normal for me to ramp up my long runs a little bit towards the end of my base blocks. The training plan calls to keep them even, all at easy pace, same distance, but I always modify a little bit to match what feels right for me. And since I'm a little bit more of a volume guy, I've been wanting to, build up, good morning, build up my volume a little bit so it's not too much of a shock when I'm doing high volume and high intensity. I really didn't want to be kind of hitting both of those increases together when I hit the build blocks. So this way I'm kind of getting the volume up to pretty close to those levels before I hit the build blocks, and then when I'm doing the build blocks, then all I'm increasing is in intensity. Feels right and makes sense to me. It's what I've done for the last several marathon cycles. So I think it's been a proven method for me in the past. Anyways, I think that is going to do it for this week. I want to just relax, maybe listen to some music. I've got some Fleetwood Mac, well, my Fleetwood Mac station anyways, so it's Fleetwood Mac and similar bands playing on my Pandora today. I listened to it for the first kind of maybe half, and then I turned it off so I could really just stay calm and listen to my body. But yeah, a lot of good nostalgic music there. So I'm gonna let that help me wind down for the rest of my walking cool down here. So if you've been enjoying the content, please like and subscribe below. Drop me a comment, if there's anything you'd like to ask me or any comment you'd like to make on what I'm doing, and share with your friends if you know anybody that likes this sort of thing. And until next time on Freak Boy Runs, embrace the misery. Freak Boy out.